Okay, we are back on the set with the lovely Jillian Bennett.
Yes.
Yes. From Maine.
Yes.
And tell me about your first year in New York City. When you came to New York City.
My first year in New York City, oh my goodness. I was so embarrassed to be not from here.
Really?
I wanted so bad to be able to say, yeah, I was born in Brooklyn. I'm from Brooklyn. So when people ask me where I'm from, because I lived in Brooklyn, I just be like, Brooklyn.
They would look at you like, no, you're not.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Stop it, we can tell.
Exactly. So, I was very young, and I mean, I wanted to be a part of everything. I mean, I wanted to do modeling and acting and singing and dancing. And during that year, New York has a way of just really like having it so that you sort of zone in. I said, I gotta pick one, and music really was my heart. I realized, I went to a few auditions for some of the other stuff, and it was just so superficial. It was like somebody trying to make you what they want you to be instead of being able to be yourself and bring that out,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So what aspect of music did you get into immediately?
So, basically I got involved in a band called Harlem Nights.
Harlem Nights?
Yeah.
Right away? You went straight to Harlem Nights?
Well, I did because, actually, what you don't know about me is in 2005, I was a runner-up on American Idol. So, yeah, I was on TV and I had different radio interviews and stuff like that. And
wow.
So I started hitting up the open mic scene. That was a big part of my first year here. I used to go to this place called Sugar Shack in Harlem. It no longer exists. Underground. I would go to Bowery and also New Eurekan. And I found, a really cool street drummer musician that had a band called Harlem Nights. And that's when we started doing gigging and stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
Where'd you perform?
So one of the places was called Lucy's. That doesn't no longer exist too.
Oh my God, New York, everything closed within a year.
Isn't it crazy?
It's like it opens, it closes the next year, opens, it closes.
Crazy.
Everything that's been open for 20 years, they're all gone.
Yeah, and it was known for having Mary J. Blige come through, so I was like, wow, cool.
Mary,
Singing
yeah,
that's it. But and then I learned a lot too, because that's when I started studying Nina Simone and things like that, because he asked me to do selections of jazz and things like that.
Right.
So we were doing sort of R&B and jazz, and I got turned on to Angie Stone and stuff like that, and just some real classic stuff. So
did that alter your course of music history, kind of?
I would say so. It's funny how I met the street drummer, because I had such a passion for the music, right? But I also love to see dancers like yourself, right?
Yeah.
I saw the B-boys. I think it was one of the Michael Jackson impersonators or whatever, him and all the boys.
Was he really tall?
No, he was a shorty.
Oh, the short guy.
You know him, right?
Yeah.
I forget his name now.
Yeah, I forgot his name too.
But anyway, he used to do that. I came up to them and I said, I want to street dance. And they looked at me with two eyeballs. They're like, what are you talking about, right? No, what you really do, right? So I was like, all right, I do music. So I sang for them, right? Yo, the first thing he said, it was first of all, they were like, yo, I got chills. Oh my God, you're the next Tina Marie. That's what they said to me, right? And so then the street drummer happened to be there, and he had heard me sing Alicia Keys. I think I sang If I Ain't Got You. And then that's when he recruited me for the band.
Nice.
So, yeah.
What was your favorite song?
That we would do?
Yeah, in the band.
We had some good jams. I mean, what could I say? I used to do that Nora Jones song.
Which one?
Don't Know Why.
Okay.
So that was kind of more of a slower jam and stuff like that. One of the more upbeat tunes. We were doing original stuff too.
Oh, nice.
So it was like a mix of My Baby Don't Care. That's a Nina Simone tune. We also did Alicia Keys. Just think of me as the pages in your diary.
Okay.
I was anyway, we would do that too.
So when did you start? At some point, you were subway performing by yourself, kind of.
Okay.
With the guitar.
So that's where Music Lee enters the picture.
Music Lee.
Yeah, you remember Lee?
Lee, your boyfriend, your old boyfriend
of course,
at the time.
Right? Yeah, I caught him in the subways. And he was, jamming on the key. He had his guitar. Oh my God, you know him, right?
Yeah, I know him.
So and I was just that's when it was it kind of hit me. I used to stop and sort of listen to all sorts of different performers. But when I ran into him, that's what birthed me like wanting to really hit the streets, because like I started to just improvise with him there, and people would stop and give us bread, things like that, and I was like, oh my god, I love this.
Yeah.
And so then
money is just coming out of the sky.
yes, and so then that's when I decided. He told me, he was like, you know what, you got to get strong, you got to go do this on your own. He's like, you got to dust off a guitar, that's your calling, go hit the street, go do it. So I remember I had a cafe job, I quit it, and I quit because I told myself, hey.
Did you sing your quitting song? This is my last day.
Hilarious. No, but for certain job interviews, I have that's been my faux pas. I brought my guitar and sang a song for an interview one time.
Really?
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Does it work? Does it work for you?
It didn't work for that particular one,
yeah,
but
like, no,
yeah. Some people don't. It's funny. Some employers are cool. Some people are like interested in what you do. Some people don't give. So yeah. But like where I work now, Terra Blues, they're so cool. They're interested in my music. They ask me, what I do, when I do it, so it's nice.